Hello friends, welcome to the Agrilog family. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for liking my playlist which is coming under the Principles of Agronomy Ready and Ready, and I will complete the Ready and Ready book in 100 lecture. So this is my second lecture. In this case, we will go for the second part of the introduction. Okay. So if I will go for the second part of introduction. So first of all, in this second part, you have to remember those simply you have to remember those 8 things. Then the second part is over. Okay. So before going to second part, where I will tell regarding the different contribution of the different scientists. So before this, I want to share one thing. So the thing is that one is pre-scientific agriculture. Pre-scientific agriculture. And in this pre-scientific agriculture, what happens? The concept is if 6 number of people, here I can say number of people engaged in agriculture activity. Here number of people support. Number of people get support. Here it is the extra number of people. This will be the total number of people get support. Okay. So here in pre-scientific agriculture age, in that case, science was not that much evolved, or there is no advanced technology. So in this case, what happens? The productivity of the crop is very less because we do not know what are the resources plant require to produce more food. So in this case, what happens? The concept is if 6 number of people are engaged, then if it is a good year, the condition is if it is a good year. Good year means yes, the rainfall is good, and we can say the whatever the resources there is no insect pest attack is there. So in this case, it is known as good year, where whatever the food produced from this agriculture, then whatever the extra people can get food, which is 4. That means if 6 persons will cultivate, let us for example, if 6 persons will cultivate rice, then after production of this rice, then they can feed only extra 4 people will be feed. So the total will be 6 plus 4 will be 10. That means initial condition, I can say in pre-scientific agriculture, in a good year, what happens? 6 number of farmers are there, and they can support. The total number will be 10. If it will be bad year, then what happens? Here the 6 persons are engaged in agricultural activity, but only 1 person can be supported. Okay, so this is the condition of the pre-scientific agriculture. So if I will write about the scientific agriculture, which is present condition, in present condition, if I will say the scientific agriculture, then what will happen? As we have advanced technologies, so in this case, if 5 number of people are engaged in agricultural activity, then they can support extra 95 members or extra 95 persons. So what will the total? The total will be 95 plus 5. So which is 100. So in scientific agriculture, by using advanced technologies, 5 number of farmers are there, and they can feed 100 people. Okay. So this is the basic concept before going to the contribution of the scientist. Okay. So next, coming to the contribution of the scientist. So I have already told you to remember these 8 things. So the second part will be over. So first, coming to the first scientist. What is the name of the scientist? Now the scientist name is Van Helmont. Van Helmont. Here, so you just remember, in this lecture you will definitely get 3 to 4 questions. You will definitely get 3 to 4 questions in multiple choice or an objective question in entrance examination, whether it is ICR, JRF, SRF or NET or ARS, or in IBPS, AFO, frequently asked question. So first thing is that you have to remember what is the contribution of Van Helmont. Here the Van Helmont has told the principle of vegetation. Principle of vegetation, which is the water. So Helmont has told water is the principle of vegetation. That means whatever the produce or water, we can say here, water is the main resource for the plant to produce the crops. Okay. So now here we put the first scientist is Van Helmont. Now move to the second part. Here the second, and you just remember the name Jethro Tull. Here is the Jethro Tull, and you definitely one question is there. First one is he has write a book. He has written a book which the name is Horse Hoeing Husbandry. Horse Hoeing Husbandry. This is the book written by Jethro Tull, and you can say he is the father of wood science. He is the father of wood science. Father of wood science. Okay. What are the other things? He has given the concept of agriculture, cultural practices. He has given different cultural practices. Then he has given seed drill. He has given horse hoe. So these are the important things you have to remember about Jethro Tull. Okay. Now coming to the third scientist. His name is Arthur Young. His name is Arthur Young. And the book written by Arthur Young is Annals of Agriculture. Annals of Agriculture. And it has 46 volumes. Arthur Young, Annals of Agriculture. Most important question. Now coming to fourth number scientist. Here the scientist name is, here you can say the scientist name is Humphrey Davy. Here the name is Humphrey Davy. And here he has written a book which is known as Elements of Agricultural Chemistry. Elements of Agricultural Chemistry. This is most important question which is asked in entrance examination. Then we can come into the fifth scientist, and the name of the fifth scientist is Sir John. Here you can say the name of the scientist is Sir John Bennett Lewis. So if you can say Sir John Bennett Lewis, so he is in 1842. Sir John Bennett Lewis, he has so Lewis, you can say Lewis concept. So in this case, he produced he is the first scientist who has produced superphosphate from rock phosphate. So in 1840s, this is the era where synthetic fertilizer industry was arised. Synthetic fertilizer industry was arised due to the Bennett Lewis, Sir John Bennett Lewis. So here you can remember another point regarding Arthur Young. You can say here pot culture experiment was there. Arthur Young has given pot culture experiment, and in this pot culture experiment, he has used green manure and gunpowder, and the crop was there. he has grown the crop, and in this pot culture experiment which is given by the Arthurian, and whatever the result is there, he has written a book which is the Annals of Agriculture. Okay, coming to the scientist, here you can say the scientist name. Here the scientist name is Robert Ranson. Robert Ranson. So this is the frequently asked question also. You can say here you can say in 1783, another is 1803, he patented two things. He patented two things. One is development of cast iron share, and another is self-serving share. Sorry, it is the self-serving share. Self-serving share. So these are the two things which is patented by the Robert Ranson. So you can remember those things. Okay, one is 1783. That means the frequently asked question is the iron share. The iron share is produced by, or it is given by the Robert Ranson. Again, you can remember two year. One is 1892 and another is 1920. So in 1892, the first successful tractor was produced in United States, US, and in 1920, the first electricity used in agriculture. So these are the basic things, the basic data you have to remember, which is frequently asked questions. Okay. So now coming to the, so I think you have already remembered those things. Okay. So again, another scientist you have to remember, another scientist name, and the name is Justus von Liebig. You know the name, Liebig's law of minimum. You know the Liebig's law of minimum. And the first, you can say, we will say the first scientific, you can say truly scientific approach towards farming. By Liebig, you can say first truly scientific approach towards farming, as given by Justus von Liebig. So this is the basic things you have to remember regarding the contribution of different scientists in the introduction part. So, okay, I think this is all clear. Okay, it is all okay. So now coming to the synthetic pesticide. So here you can say, here this is the, you can say from the image, this is the grapevine downy mildew. And if we will write about grapevine downy mildew, then what is the causal organism? This is caused by Plasmopara viticola. Okay, the causal organism is Plasmopara viticola. So you just remember here the scientist name is Miller Dett. He is the scientist who has discovered which is known as the first chemical in agriculture which is used. This is the Bodox mixture. And this in comment section you write what is the contribution. Also, what is the constituent of the Bodox mixture? Okay, in comment section you write what is the constituent of Bodox mixture. So this is the first chemical which is used in agriculture for the control of grapevine downy mildew, which is caused by the Plasmopara viticola. Okay, so if we will go to the insecticide, then the most extensively used insecticide is DDT, which is the diphenyl dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. So this is the name of DDT, and this DDT was prepared by Paul Muller. I think it is 1874. You just check it whether it is 1874 or not. Okay. So this is a DDT. Now, as it is a carcinogenic, so now it is banned. Okay. Okay. So this is the regarding the different chemicals used. Okay. Now coming to the agricultural activities or agricultural organization. Coming to the agricultural organization, now you just check it. ICAR. So coming to the Agricultural Development Research Organization or Institute, first you just remember what is 1870. So initially what happened in 1870, a joint department was there. Joint department of one is agriculture and another is revenue department is there and another is commerce. So in 1870, three departments are there: agriculture department, revenue department and commerce department. So these three departments are jointly acting each other. So they are joint department. Okay, but in 1880 what happened? Famine Commission was there. And on the basis of recommendation of Famine Commission, a separate this agricultural department was separated from the joint department, and it will get another department which is known as the Department of Agriculture. So the Department of Agriculture was established in 1880 on the basis of recommendation from the Famine Commission. So this is the things. So after what happens? If I will write in 1903, then what happened? Imperial Agricultural Research Institute was established. Where? At Pusa, Bihar. And a research institute was there, which is the Imperial Agricultural Research Institute. Okay. But what happened in 1936? What happened in Bihar? There is a earthquake. So what happened? Now the Imperial Research Institute was transferred to New Delhi. Okay. So initially the Imperial Agricultural Research Institute is present at Bihar, but due to the earthquake, now it is at New Delhi. Okay. Now the Research Institute is transferred from Bihar to New Delhi. Okay. So in 1947, it is renamed. What is the new name? The new name is Indian Agricultural Research Institute. So here the imperial name is changed to India. Okay, in 1947. So this is the IRI. What this is nothing but the what we are writing. IRI New Delhi. Okay, so this is the history about the IRI. So coming to the history part of the ICAR. If I will tell the ICAR, then here I will write about ICAR. So what happens? In 1929, the ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, was established. In 1929, you can say July 16th. So this is the date, so which is known as the ICAR Day. But here the ICAR is established under the recommendation of Royal Commission. under the recommendation of Royal Commission. Okay, so who is the head of Royal Commission? Who is the head? The head is Lord Linlithgow. So the head is Lord Linlithgow. So on the recommendation of Royal Commission, ICAR was established. Okay. So again you will remember another point here. The point is an act was there under which ICAR was established. The act is Societies Registration Act. Registration Act 1860. So under this act, the Royal Commission has proposed to establish ICAR. Okay. So now, if we will see, here two important questions are there. So first question is, on the basis of Hemming Commission, Department of Agriculture was produced, but on the recommendation of Royal Commission, ICAR was established. So this is the things. Okay. Regarding the history of ICAR and IRA. Again, if you want to clear all those things, then now we will write what is the scope. What is the scope of agronomy? What is the scope? So now what is the scope? Now the scope is to increase the productivity of the crop by using advanced technology. To increase the productivity of the crop by using advanced technology, by using the better understanding of different cultural practices. Okay, next thing. So we have to understand the relation between crop and environment. By using the different, we have to maintain the package of practices. This is POP, means package of practices. Okay, this POP means package of practices. So what are the other scopes? So now other scopes is regarding the water management. Then we can say go for the nutrient management. We can go for the weed management. So these are the scope of agronomy. So now if I will ask what is the role of agronomist? So role of agronomist in simple way I can write what is the role. Our role is to maximize the production with a minimum cost. With a minimum cost, how I will increase the production. And you know what is the role? Yes, the agronomy is the key portion of all agricultural activity. The agronomist is the key portion, or you can say the important portion. So this is the things which is present in introduction part. Okay. So if I will summarize the things, and which is in the form of exam point of basis. Then here the question is, first one I have told that in pre-scientific agriculture the 6% will cultivate and they will support 10%. But in case of good year, in case of bad year, they will support only 1%. Okay. Now in scientific agriculture what happens? 5% will cultivate and 100% will be supported. This is the basic thing. And coming to the scientific contribution, scientist contribution. First one is Arthur. This is first one. First one is Van Helmont. Van Helmont, which scientist name? Now Van Helmont principle of vegetation is water. Second one is Jethro Tull, father of wood science. The book is Horse Sowing Husbandry, and you can say the seed drill is developed by Jethro Tull. And what is the horse hoe? These are the things. Again you can go for the this is the Arthur Young, and he has done the pot culture experiment. From this he has written the Annals of Agriculture, which has 46 volumes. So basic thing Arthur Young. Now coming to Humphrey Davy, here he has written the book Elements of Agricultural Chemistry. Coming to this man, who is the Sir John Bennett Lawes. So Lawes has given, he has patented for the preparation of superphosphate from the rock phosphate. So in 1842, he is the first person who has given the, we can say, synthetic fertilizer industry is established during 1840s. The key person is Lawes. Okay. Coming to this person, which is known as the, his name is Robert Ransom, and this is frequently asked. Robert Ransom has developed cast iron. Iron sphere is developed, okay, by Ransom. And coming to the different other activities, you can say Justice von Liebig. You can say Liebig's law minimum, and during his contribution, here the true scientific approach towards farming is done by the Liebig. And if you to, I have already told two things you have to remember. One is 1892 and another is 1920. In 1892, the tractor is first successful tractor is developed in United States, and in 1920, what happens? First electricity was used in agriculture. Okay, and if I will say the grapevine down medium, Plasmopara beticola, and here I can say the Miller Date is the scientist who has developed the Borel's mixture, Miller Date. And coming to the DDT, DDT means extensively used insecticide, and it is a carcinogen. Now it is banned, and this DDT was developed by Paul Muller. I think I have not written this thing. DDT is developed by Paul Muller. Okay, and again it is banned. Okay, coming to the development regarding ICAR and research institutes, what happens in 1870, a joint department was there, agriculture, then commerce, then agriculture department, revenue department, commerce department. But in 1880, based on the Famine Commission recommendation, separate department of agriculture was established. In 1903, Imperial Agricultural Research Institute was there. But in 1936, in Bihar, earthquake was there, so the research institute is transferred to the New Delhi. In 1947, the Imperial is changed to India. So now it is Indian Agricultural Research Institute, which is present in New Delhi. So this is the basic thing. And coming to ICAR, you know ICAR Day. This is 1929 is the establishment year, and the day is 16th July. And ICAR is established under the recommendation of Royal Commission, and the Royal Commission is headed by Lord Linlithgow. Okay. Again, there is an act which is known as the Society Registration Act 1860. So this is the basic thing you have to remember, and this is the scope of agronomy in case of production, productivity. What is the role? Role is to maximize the production with minimum cost. This is the basic thing you have to remember. So thank you very much. If you are liking this channel, then please share it, subscribe it,